How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, oh, that's good. I'm good. I'm doing good as well. So, how's your weather today?
It's very hot as usual, so I'm just
Uh-huh.
waiting for the cold day.
Yes, I see. So there are no differences between the temperatures before?
Yes, right. Almost same. The
Ah,
34 degrees Celsius.
oh, wow, really hot. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, even here in our country, same weather. It's been
Yeah.
raining all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you are wearing training clothing.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I would agree.
Okay. I
Because it's
envy
really
you.
cold.
Yeah, I envy you.
Oh, let's exchange weather.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's nice to see you again. All right. So
Yeah.
let's continue with our topic before. So we are
Yeah.
talking about globalization. And of course, you've given your own opinion and thoughts about it. All right.
Yeah.
So let's try to continue answering the questions. So
Okay.
letter G says here, do you think globalization will reduce or increase the poverty gap?
Mm, In my opinion, globalization will increase the poverty gap because from the last class, as I mentioned, the poverty gap will be increased. The wealthy and the money are gathering for the rich people.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so more over for
Yeah,
globalization, it is more centralized.
yes, right.
Yes. Okay, so for letter H, what will globalization look like 50 years from now?
50 years from now,
Yeah.
it's very hard to imagine, but when I look back the 50 years before, the even though at that time poverty gap was not very severe, but
Mm-hmm.
average wealthy was the life level
Mm-hmm.
was very low.
Mm-hmm.
So 50 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
then even though there will be like a big gap of gap, but most
Mm-hmm.
people live in a more high quality life.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Therefore, cost of living would be higher.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I see. All right. So, do you think globalization will make us all the same in the future?
I don't think so because each troop, each blood, each troop and country has its own culture. Even
Mm-hmm.
though the globalization affects on their culture, but their basic cultural mind will be different.
Mm-hmm.
So you can look back the pop song or other music. Nowadays you can listen over the music over the world, but
Yes.
same pop song is different from the another country. They are
Mm-hmm.
changed the localization music.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. So, for example, what you've told me about music, so even if we are listening to same musics
Yeah.
coming from different countries, still we have our own genre in our own country.
Yes, right.
Yes. Okay. So, how would your life be different if globalization hadn't happened?
If globalization hadn't happened, then I think the most people's life quality would be low,
Low.
very
Mm-hmm.
low. So most people are suffering from lack of food, lack of culture and lack of lots of things.
Okay, all right. And maybe Korea have had lower cost of living as well.
Yes, right. Because
Mm-hmm.
Korea is a very small country, and then we don't have any gas, and we are short of lots of mineral things
Yes,
and
there
also
are some
food.
shortage.
So,
Yes.
yeah, actually 80% of Korea's finance from other country. We
Ah,
exporting is supporting our society.
oh, I see. So now I get it. So for example, you're telling me that part of your finances or 80% of your finances are because of exporting your products.
Yes, right, exactly.
I see. Yeah. Before, when we had a previous president, Marcos, his name is
Yeah.
Marcos, our economy was also good because of exporting products. That's
Mm,
why before,
yeah.
Philippines had already reached the level where we're already having good economy, but
Yeah.
now we don't already have it.
Yes, right. Actually,
Yes.
recently I watched some very interesting pictures
Mhm.
of the Philippines
Uh huh.
40 years ago.
Oh.
At the
Mhm.
time, actually it's 60s. There are lots of good buildings in the Philippines, and then Filipinos enjoy the high quality of life.
Yes,
Yeah, at the
exactly.
time, yeah, the Philippines is the number two country in the Southeast Asia.
Asia. Yes.
But I don't know what happened during the time.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
anyway, during that time, our president was actually Marcos. Yes.
Marcos. He's a
Yes.
dictator, right?
Yes, exactly. So he is a
She
dictator.
ruined
So,
the economy and then she make the picture of a poverty gap, right?
mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Well, anyways, for the buildings that you're telling me, that's
Yeah.
his projects, actually, his projects.
Uh,
Yeah, so there are a lot of programs that he put up, buildings, programs for
yeah,
children, for poor people. Yes,
yeah,
he actually have a lot of those things.
yeah.
And yes, we also that's the time that we also made a lot of highways.
Yes, right.
Yes. But the thing is that because of corruption, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
Yes.
yeah, the politics is very important to support the good life, but most
Yes,
people
exactly.
easily ignore of the how important the politics.
Yes, exactly. That's why there are a lot of mistakes before that time.
Yeah,
And actually, nowadays, Marcos was actually a good president. And nowadays, there is this thing that they're telling that
yeah.
he should be placed in, we call it, oh, just a moment. Mm, where's that? It is for national heroes.
Okay, I see.
Okay. But then some of the people are protesting because
Yeah,
they said that, oh, he was not a hero. He was a dictator and he made some of the Filipinos' life miserable. But then, of course, some people
yeah.
would say, no, he has actually contributed a lot of things. That's why there are a lot of still arguments on where they're going to place his body.
Yes, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right. So I guess that's it. So next topic. What topic would you like to have? Oh, where is that? Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Mm, just a moment. Okay.
Okay, number 30, moving to another country.
Okay, moving to another country. Of course, you have a lot of stories because of this, because of
Yeah,
business trips, right?
yeah.
Okay, so speaking of that, how can you travel to other countries?
How can,
Yes, how?
is it how, way I, which way I could
Travel.
travel to
Yes.
other countries? Actually, for me, it's very weird question because Korea is
Yeah.
just surrounded. Korea is surrounded sea and then North Korea. So the only
Mhm.
way is yeah, you can use the ship, but
Mhm.
normally we use airplane.
Of course, yes. Normally use airplane.
Yeah,
Yes, actually that answer is acceptable, but
yeah.
this question is actually very vague, so you can like answer in general. Like for example, if I will ask,
Yeah.
how can you travel to other countries? Well, I can travel if I will have a lot of money, if I will save a
Ah,
lot of money like that. But your answer is right. Okay.
okay.
But anyway, moving back or moving to other question,
Yeah.
are you willing to learn the language of other countries?
Oh yes, of course. Actually, I can speak English not very well, but anyway, I can speak English.
Of course,
But I
yeah.
also want to speak Japanese and then
Oh,
Spanish.
okay. Oh, Japanese. Yes, why? Why Japanese?
Because actually Korea culture and actually Korea people got infected Japanese culture from
Mhm.
since the colonizes
Colonization. Mhm.
colonization. Actually, lots of animation and the movie or dramas are from Japan.
Yes,
So
exactly.
sometimes I want to watch the things without subtitle, or I
Uh-huh.
want to feel the word itself, language itself, Japanese language itself.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I see. And how about Spanish? Why would you like to learn a Spanish language?
Actually, I didn't know how Spanish is important, how many people speak Spanish
Uh-huh.
before 2 years ago. But when I joined this company and then I was in charge of European market and South
Oh.
American market,
Mhm.
there are lots of countries using Spanish as your first language. So
Oh,
I
yes.
think speaking Spanish is very important for the business.
Oh, yes, exactly, especially nowadays in your
Yeah,
company.
yeah.
Yes, okay. So, how about Filipino? You don't like to learn Filipino language?
Actually, I like to learn
Uh-huh.
Filipino language if I have a Spanish Filipino girlfriend.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
actually, it's impossible.
of course.
So
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I think English is enough for
Yes.
communicate with Filipino.
Yes, of course. And actually, English is really important because it is an international language. So you can actually communicate to other people
Yeah.
using this language, right?
Yeah. Actually,
And
yeah. I've been travel lots of countries in
mhm,
Europe and then
mhm,
South America.
mhm.
I usually don't have any trouble for communicating with the people in the countries. English is enough.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And speaking of language, Spanish and Filipino or Tagalog is quite similar.
Oh, really? Uh,
Yes, quite similar.
because Filipino was colonized by
Uh-huh.
Spanish long time ago.
Yes, they were the first one who colonized the Philippines. Yes.
First one.
Yes, it's
Yes,
one
I
of the first.
know. Yeah, and then Japan, America.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, right.
Yes. Okay. So, all right, letter C. I know you're married, but of course,
Yeah.
what if would you consider marrying someone from other countries?
Um, these days, lots of Korean guys saying about single guys are saying about they they would like to marry with Ukraine,
Ukraine.
Ukraine girl
Oh, I
because
see.
yeah we have some kind of romance.
Mhm.
Almost all Ukraine girls would be like a celebrity or talent or movie star.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see. Mm. That's why most Korean guys wanted to have
yeah,
Ukraine girlfriends or wives.
yeah. Actually, we have some TV shows who did it's a kind of documentary, and then
Uh-huh.
sometimes from the documentary there was some guys who got married with Ukrainian
Mhm.
girls,
Mhm.
and then the most case Ukrainian girls are very beautiful and tall,
Oh. Oh, I
and
see.
even they are very kind and nice.
Mhm. Oh,
So
that's
lots of
why.
guys have some kind of fantasy on
Yes, of
them.
course. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Well, have you heard about a news? It is about in Ireland that if other country would marry an Ireland, a
Yeah,
girl from
yeah,
Ireland,
yeah.
they would give a reward.
Reward?
Yes, because in Ireland there are only few men.
Yeah.
That's why
Ah,
if other people will get married or will
yeah,
marry
yeah.
an Irelander, so they would give a reward.
Rewind?
Yes, reward. Money.
Ah.
Yes.
And then I think
Mhm.
Filipino girls are also very good as a, yeah, as a,
Yes, of course.
yeah. I
Yes.
think,
Okay.
yeah, Filipino girls will be a very good wives and mothers
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's why
because
some.
you are very kind and then
Mhm.
generous.
Yes,
I know.
exactly. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, letter D, it says here, would you consider trying to take your family to other countries and living it permanently?
Yeah. Absolutely. California in America because
Okay.
the weather in California is very good and the people are very kind and laid back. Yeah, I
Respectful.
like. Yeah, yeah. I like the
Mm.
culture, and then actually there. Yeah, California is very good. There is no factory that could impact air pollution,
Mm.
and yeah,
I see. Oh, well, maybe. Okay. So, in the America, would that be the best place where you can live? California?
yeah, California.
For you. Oh, I see. Okay, so letter E says here, what are your expectations if you move to another country?
Maybe I can make my children's life more stable and then make
Mm-hmm.
them live in the country which doesn't have big competition.
Ah, yes. There's no competition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, raising a kid in Korea, we need to consider lots of things, and then the atmosphere is very, yeah, comparative.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Okay. So, letter F. All right. So, talking about discrimination, all right.
Yeah.
So, when you are able to travel to other countries, have you ever felt discriminated or have you been discriminated?
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it depends on. It actually it not depends on the countries. It depends on
Hmm.
people. Some
Mhm.
people who has bad mind, they discriminate, especially Asian guys.
Yes.
They think they are superior than Asian guys or Asian
Mhm.
people.
Yes, I see. Especially Americans, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, right.
They're the most kind of people who really discriminate. They're
Yeah.
racist.
Sometimes I went to the restaurant in America. Then
Mhm.
even though I pay for them, but some waitresses are very unpolite, and I
Oh.
can feel they are
Uh-huh.
looking down me.
Oh. How? Like in what way?
Um, Actually, my English is not fluent, and then also, but I can make order from the menu,
Mhm.
but they show some kind of unpolite gesture. Your
Ah.
English is very terrible, and they couldn't understand what you are saying.
Oh, yes. Actually, yeah, I've also experienced that for some Americans, not all, but most of them, for example, if they will know that you are from other countries, even if you speak good English,
Yeah,
they will say, "Oh, you're terrible. Your English is terrible. I can't understand you." Even if you are speaking very well, because they think that if you're from other countries, you don't
yeah,
have the authority or, yeah, you cannot speak a good English.
yes, right.
Yes, I see. Okay, and letter G, do you think it would be easier to live in other countries?
Actually, I don't think so because
Mm-hmm.
the it's a very, from my knowledge, it's very hard to communicate and then
Mm-hmm.
set up
Mm-hmm.
in the other countries.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard because the people in the country, they want to keep their job and their position. They don't want to lose their job position from foreigners.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yes, that's the main point why some people would rather stay other than going abroad.
Yeah,
Okay, so letter H. Why do you think discrimination exists in other country?
I think it's human's basic instinct to keep
Uh-huh.
their own thing. Yeah, so I can understand because even in Korea we have lots of foreigners who are working in Korea. Actually, doing they are working low level jobs, but
Mm,
because of them, lots of Korean people are losing their job position. So
I see.
yeah, so it's a human's instinct to keep their own thing.
Yes. So it's same thing, right? For example, for Korean as well.
Yeah,
Even if in Korea they're actually a manager or yes, a boss of a company, but
yeah,
if they will go to Australia, they would be a kitchen staff.
yes, right. Just a
Yes, it
dishwasher.
happens.
Washer.
Yes, exactly. That's what happened, and that goes or that's same with other countries as well. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
the next one. What is your worst fear about moving to another country?
My worst fear, if I moving to China, that would be
Mm-hmm.
my worst fear because I don't like China culture and their
Mm.
mind. I
Ah,
think,
I see.
yeah, they have some kind of. Actually, most Chinese think they are center of the world.
World, yes,
So,
exactly.
but their behavior is uh, often very rude, and then they don't follow the rule,
Yes,
and then very
exactly.
greedy.
Yes, greedy. Actually, yes. I've also felt that before.
Mm,
And for Chinese, they really got an attitude.
yeah,
Yeah. But you cannot understand. Yes. Okay. All
Okay.
right. And the
Yeah.
last one, of course, you told
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
California, right?
Yes, right.
Yes, California. Okay. So
Okay. Yeah.
I
Time is
guess,
up.
yeah, that's it for today's discussion. All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for having my class, and I hope
Okay.
to see you again next week.
Okay. See you.
See you. Okay. You have
Bye
a
bye.
wonderful weekend. Good night. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.